Hello, me fambolem. Yeah, let we drive away tribalism, all the negativisms, nepotism, regionalism, all the negative things then there. Let we drive them, and particularly we come to the special policy where we get now this program, because now somebody we really don't work so hard. And some of we sabiam, we been a VOS before, and this person not to change our on I not say VOS now we all get them right, so we not get anybody where we go look as stranger. So now make whenever we they come, we can always say we na extended family. And when I know waiting salon people and can talk, say fumble tick. It a bend, but in it a broke. So we all waiting as family, me fumble them. Whether for whatever reason you sort of not agree with somebody or not, but we always want to for be family members. So if fumble them, the person where I get, it be very busy tonight. But we're not gonna keep on too long, because I know say we una see the flyer, plenty of una begin to wonder, oh now this no more Mr. Kargbo will talk about tonight. Not so normal. Me fumble them again, I want to make them very clear for the people them way now the first time this way they join. I want to say boku thank you to una. And I really, truly want to appreciate una. So my name is Abdul Kargbo, and me na the host for today's show, and actually for this show. The show we call Politics and Economics. So we not go do the show, not talk about politics. And of course, when I know say economics na me bread and butter, teen we are always can try for me we all. And kind of see how we go push Mama Salon go before. So fumble them, let we basically set the stage. When I know say normally I can therefore tell una waiting what they talk about and all that. But what we go do tonight, at least the first half an hour, we go all a special conversation. Again, I don't let people rob anything about this topic they can't talk about. So I make a get for be a kind of conversation. And not get for be tense, and not get for be confrontational, and I go even notice say we go to smile and all that. So it get for be a special conversation. And it get for go beyond politics and economics. We get for talk about whole idea, personal experience, and above all, inspiration. Because again, salon don't so toxic that sometimes we need inspiration. We need for yeri from somebody we don't know the ups and downs of things. So me fambulem, dear, it just happened almost say I not get that that drum rolling. I for we roll the drum for this special guest where we get tonight. But either way, me fambulem, dear, wanna put hands together, and wanna not forget to for share, because after 30 minutes we go into the politics and the economics of that country day. I go want for with grace and honor where he come na this platform. Me fambulem dear abeg gonna join me for we put hands together for we special guest we na Madam Khadija Tejan Nabie. Madam Khadija.
Yes, sir.
You don't come back to your family.
That's right.
To your extended family. And
right.
Again, say we na of course, how we dey roll. So we go allow people for calling and ask you question. We know say get plenty time with winner just half an hour. But fumble them if una want for asking questions, dear, we basically do that. So, Madam Khadija, and also not get baku time. So what I want for you do for we all, I just want for normally they can say for we break the ice, okay?
Yeah.
Look the audience at the eye, look them at their face,
Okay.
and tell them one day you bought where you they do your show, and where you they interact with people them. So let this be the first platform where people then go hear something we don't know. One day hear elsewhere about you. Tell people them about yourself and include that particular thing there.
So first and foremost, I want to say plenty thank you to Mr. Abdul and the entire team. Like I say, fan boutique the bend but in the broke. VOS is always home for me, and I want to also commend Mr. Abdul. Over the years, he has been fantastic, wonderful, a person of concern. You know, especially when we get any special holidays, he go make sure say reach out, he send greetings. You know, that person way gets very good heart. I thank him and God bless you. And again, it feels good to be back home. Thank you so much. So I think one of the misconception about myself, where maybe many don't know, is that I'm really an extrovert, but I appear to be an introvert. Sorry, I appear to be an extrovert. Of course, because of the
I want to interrupt you this small. Let's see, we talk say this in a conversation.
yes.
This show, yeah, somebody be host of one show, it can put big English them. So somebody be the one grammar, and the grammar it turn to in grand Pekin and say, I like this man. The big English they can make water on me something. So dear, that introvert and extrovert break and down for them, yeah,
All right.
because let me put it clear. We'll spend time where probably the book good already, where we go speak English for the people within the United States. People there. So dear, I want to let you go dear on them big English them. So tell people that introvert versus extrovert, and who do you be? For simple career.
Yeah. So okay. So with that, the terminology I use, and I apologize, yeah, and not deliberate.
No, you don't
Basically,
need to apologize. We just want to know more for like more
yeah, let the
people able.
layman go understand.
Yeah, we can try for
Yes.
Dunaya. Huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Understood.
Yeah, let me begin back.
Yeah. So basically, I appear for be somebody way outspoken, out there, very bold, and of course to a certain extent. But for the most part, me a person way very, for lack of better term, very reserved. I enjoy, you know, there's one thing I believe say many not can enjoy their own company, but me a person way I dey enjoy my own company. I like quietness, I like calmness, I like for day in me little corner and basically sit down, meditate, and just mind my business for lack of better term. But you know, with my career path, like just for an example, like Mr. Abdul Siana, so he always did as a vocal person or you know, he outspoken, but you know, behind the scene, he most likely might be an individual way now more of that kind of like reserved individual, right? And not of a battle. All we're all part of we're all part of we surround product of the environment, right? Meaning that how they raise we now basically that kind of personality they can end up get for adapt in most cases, right? Provided if you take how they raise you. So for the most part, then go look and say, oh, she's very outspoken, she's out there. Yes, when it comes to me using my voice and advocacy or on, you know, national issues, them, and the list goes on, I'm very vocal. But for the most part, I can always then my corner. Yeah. So Mina Khadija Tejan Nabie for in a way no ever come across me yet. Like how Mr. Abdul say, VOS is home for me. This is where I would say when I come live, this was my very first television platform. And at some point, I've been left, obviously. Well, if it's God willing, if it's God timing, again, if God say I will come back, I will come back. But for today, I joined Mr. Abdul for make telling her about this. We're not getting back to him anyway because he just want to introduce himself.
Yeah, but clearly, all what you say, so I believe say people that know that. They know say you're a cool, calm lady. But you can cry with him on you. You ever don't cry
So
in
much.
the screen?
Yeah, I'm a crybaby. That I am. I'm very, very emotional, and I think I make mention of that in the book as well. I'm very, very sensitive. I might be very tough from the inside, but like I'm a teddy bear from the from the outside. I might appear to be very strong, but I'm a very sensitive individual, maybe too sensitive, which I talk about in the book, right? In terms of my inner personality, and only for hurt people and not deliberately, and I don't want anyone hurting me. Yeah, so I cry a lot. That's something. That's one of my weakness. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope so you know will cry for this interview tonight, eh?
I'll try not to. Oh, Mr. Abdul.
Thank you very, very much. You come.
Yeah.
And again,
Yes, sir.
I not say you try for be modest now, yeah? And people them way not know you. Certain things there where you send to me, myself now the first thing is for I know how much you don't accomplish. Before we go into the book, because again, we know say salon and talk and go, talk and come, Tintanga. So for let somebody buy book, I will come to the price in a moment. You need
Yeah.
for understand what's not the value add. So now that I want we set the stage right now. So I go read some of the big thing we you know accomplish and
Oh,
not
kind.
you know get for because again people
Mhm.
they need to know the person because when they know what you don't accomplish then we will turn around and say, this lady I will reach out to them. Or sometimes there's something about this book where can inspire me, given the height we don't reach. So again, there are the people them out there, the woman demo, the man demo, not to brag, we try for brag now. But at least where somebody that accomplish, that we recognize them. And as a matter of fact, for write book not so something way easier. So but we'll
At
come to
all.
the book. Yes, it's not easy at all. So not to just for put say pen on paper and you write. In fact, these days AI can do them for you. But for let somebody
Yeah.
sit down and say, now this I go through and
Yeah.
share them with we. A huge step down one day. So let me go through before we come to the book business, but let we
Yeah.
first around the things then we really people are able for take as inspiration. Yeah. So where I look at this, for people that way maybe then go see the writing small, I go read them. I go sort of read them because that's not something. By the way, for people that way just joining, I go encourage you to follow and share this program and we'll come to our politics. But this equally important. We try for promote we on salon people them and particularly this we wonderful sister. So Madam Khadija, you send this to me and I go read them and not say for some people them the writing sort of tiny. When I can zoom on a phone though. So Khadija Tejan Nabie, humanitarian activist, media entrepreneur, author, author of. Before we come to the book, but let me just I want for keep this and then make a drum roll. But this will be a giveaway. So the title of this book, we they talk about now from Freetown to America. But the thing where I want to emphasize now, yeah, now also you put honors and awards. So the first one, we'll go through them all. Again, we'll not get plenty time, but this is very important. So
It's
you put
okay.
now,
You
yes,
can
you put
spill
now,
over. That's fine.
exactly. So you put now, say you get award as Sierra Leone 50 most influential woman, and you win this award twice. Tell
No, I get
people.
nominated twice. Yeah, I was nominated twice and I win once. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
guy top now say 2x, so two times. So you win her
Oh,
once, but they're nominated for two times.
twice. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Big thing, oh, just imagine. I don't know if
Oh.
na salon, uh, 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 um, conduct this. But tell we a little bit about that particular award day. For say you
Yeah.
now the 50 most, you there among the 50 most influential
Yeah.
women them alone.
Yeah.
Make
So the
people
last
understand.
one, yeah, in 2024 was when, prior to that, I think it was 2021, when they initially nominate me among the 50 most influential. In 2024, alongside with the First Lady, Miss Sylvia Olenka Blyden, and many other women, them who don't give back to Sierra Leone, I was honored with that beautiful recognition based on my work, humanitarian work with non-profit organization we done in existence for 2003, so about 23 years ago. Yeah.
Wonderful. So who that whose organization we give this award? You can make people
50
understand that.
most, yeah, 50 most influential Sierra Leonean award committee based in
Oh
Sierra
now.
Leone.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then we jump now, go to the other one. It kind of similar. It says Sierra Leone Influential Women Award. So we go skip that. But this other
Yeah.
one we say Mentorship Award. And this
Yeah.
Children Network Organization Sierra Leone. Because
Yeah.
again, Boku of we can be a little bit selfish. We cannot accomplish, but we need to mentor people. We need to pass on what you don't learn. So, but for like they recognize you as a mentor. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so that's another very humbling award again, and we appreciate so much. Again, many of we volunteered, and we many has become like me son or me daughter them. Basically, one of the individual we been there at United for Salon for very long now, over 10 years. I've been one of the, it starts at a very young age. And from there, it also go and also set up another, what is it called, organization where it basically learn a lot from what himself say, whatever I get it from United for Salon, we take that idea, the knowledge, and also bring them to another organization where they call the Children Network, and then also the YACAP, right? So basically, that NSF a big organization where that then nominates me as the mentor of the year, and then also if you look through, I think I also get one when I'm mother of the year. Yeah, so it's from that
Yeah.
organization. Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you became the most proud for like you and by the way, congratulations for way you share similar platform with the first lady, whether you like him or hate him. But done in a big deal for like you share platform with the first lady and recognize you as one of the most influential women in that country day. And now they recognize you as Mama of the Year. Yeah, done in a big,
Wow.
Mama of the
Yeah.
Year. But another thing, way quickly before we go to the book, I see Naya saying they also give award we say UN West Africa Youth Empowerment Award.
Yeah.
Just all about that as well, please.
Yes. Well, I think the West African are two. One way now from the United Nation. Again, that's one of me son, me adopted son, through United for Salon. What on they, which we over 10 years. We also he always they show gratitude in that regard. So anytime we think you kind of like a nominator or anything, they say no, the person that needs to be recognized and needs to be honored, not this woman, you know. So basically, that award was coming from United Nations, not a group of West Africans. Them, where basically the award is geared towards empowering youth um, in Africa per se. Yeah. So these are things I'll also send. I don't know. I thought I sent you these. I get the actual award them itself and the certificate where I will send to you later on afterwards. God willing. I don't
Wow.
want
Yeah,
to plug in with too many, with too much. Yeah,
we, we,
but I'll
we,
send it to
we,
you.
yeah, we really
Yeah,
appreciate I'm lot of you. So me fumble them again, not to just ordinary book. Oh. This na book where we sister. And we'll see the Boku Boku Awards the way to win. So you will definitely get something from learn from this or feel inspired. So the last one, I know say we don't get much time as you give it just limited time
Okay,
because
we can
cons-
stretch it a little bit.
yes. So the last one, because again, this program, the economics, politics and economics. So the last one,
Mhm.
is it recognized by APC, New Jersey, Missouri, Idaho, and Iowa?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how
So the
they
New
recognize? Yeah.
Yeah, so the New Jersey, now I believe it was 2017. The New Jersey, basically all the Sierra Leoneans then within the community, where basically they work towards nation building, or then they do well. Like they were very aware of United for Salon, within United for Salon they do for um, community back home. So that was how they recognized me, and then they also recognized United for Salon. So it was two in one award, one for myself and one for the organization as well. And they also recognized other Sierra Leoneans. Then it was very, very non-political. Then you get SLPP, people that were the NGC, people that will be there, or just people that were not just no political affiliated. In other words, they're not being looked for saying APC, NGC, SLPP, but rather Sierra Leoneans, then where they give back. Then the North Dakota as well, or is it Missouri, one of the two. It was not so long ago, I think it was 3 years ago, when they write me and say they're very grateful for what they do for the community and how they use the platform. So they send me a personal invitation if I can honor that invitation for coming and basically receive the award. So these are three states that we then combine as one. So I've been therefore honor them invitation and go in and accept the award. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much for that clarification, Day, because we somebody see that, hey, if we say you know tigi APC person, and dear me fambulem, and also salon everything are politics. This book,
Yeah.
whether you know SLPP, C4C, Independent, NGC, they come now to the book. And on no say me get my GG force. But I sure say we don't say a lot of things them we for don't know a little bit about this with sister and something we for make you push forget this book. So this is not the cover of the book, the front
Yeah.
page.
Yes.
And the front page is a journey of roots, resilience, and becoming. Wow,
Yeah.
not a big one.
Oh,
So yeah, tell people them
hey, Mr. Abdul.
what about the picture where you choose. Like this picture where you decide for use. Because if people like you tell me say now where
Yeah.
you be small and you don't even get
Yes.
you don't even get sus na have back safe na your foot. What do you make people
That is
what do you
exactly.
inspire by this?
Yes, that is exactly what the message will be the key. Because I don't want that girl's child, right? Or that young man where don't look at me over the years as mama, as mentor, for them to think, say, oh, it's all that is glitter and gold. Because they always be honest with them, say, even here in the United States, it's very difficult, right? So I wanted them to see me, envision me at that young age, right? Living in the Republic. I came from a background where my auntie take good care of me, but I just wanted to see the basic side of me, right? Khadija at that young age, living the Republic, that will also inspire them. That will also motivate them. It's not always about, I was very deliberate and I was very, I'm sorry to say, it wasn't intentional for me to be difficult, but every time they try for, I had a vision. I sent the picture. I said, do not alter, do not change my face, do not AI my face, nothing. No make can be fancy, no enhancer, just left as it is. All I want you to do is I want a vision of Sierra Leone and another vision of United States combined with the flag, right? So I was very deliberate for left as it is in your original. There was a lot of inner respect respect everybody their opinion. There was a lot of opinion and different flyer presented to me, but every time I see say my face were being manipulated by AI, then they come back and say no, I'm not going to use this because it's not giving the message where I want to get out there. Yes. So the
Okay.
main purpose all now for net and see me say that it be relatable, let it be honest, let it be deliberate. That was the goal.
Wonderful. That's again typical Madam Khadija Fona. Very authentic. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
So the back of the book,
Yes.
where you do this. So take
Yes.
we from the front where you want
To
for
the back.
letters, yeah,
I
to
like
the
that.
back. Yes,
Yes.
take me through that journey, the why
Yes.
you make those two major distinctions.
Yes.
Take me through.
So this back um now part of the journey. And this back was taken like about 4 months ago. I think that this last not to the big prayer day, but the one right after the Ramadan. So the back it represents my faith, me where I'm at right now on a spiritual level, and not so much of the from the young Khadija to this now, but where I'm at on a spiritual level, right? So that's why you see me with me hijab and basically all covered up. So that is basically the main vision behind that cover. Yeah.
Okay, so now let we come to the book proper, because now the cover we just don't talk about. Let we go inside the book. Okay. Um,
Yes. Yes.
so now where we did look at book itself, you get boku things them we for inspire you about the book
Yes.
and all of the day. So I want let by the way, this now your first book or you been all write other books then before?
No, no, this is the first. This is the
Okay.
very first. Yeah.
And I really glad for be part of this journey because when you go don't
Yeah.
be famous and you don't get plenty
No.
money, you don't sell they are not
I can
forget
never
VOS.
forget you guys. No way. No way.
Don't
No
forget
way. No
VOS.
way.
So
No, no,
now,
no, no.
okay. So now I want to let you tell we small about this book and also waiting at the center, the central message where you want for communicate. Because normally people in the write book, like I say, for write book no easy.
At all. At
We
all.
all know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you must get something where push you and say, you know what, I really want to write a book about this. So
Yeah.
share with people them doing I don't know who you can get you inspiration. Me mostly I sometimes can where I want feel inspired. I can watch for 1 hour. I'm not to say I watch the watch, so I
Oh,
just they reflect.
okay.
So what other people and get in different place the way that they reflect. So during that
Yeah.
time where you be in that moment there and say
Yeah.
our right. So walk her through waiting inspire you for take this
Yeah.
journey
So
and take to this level.
yeah. So I don't know if all writers get the same burning desire within, right? Where for me personally, I think from a very young age, there was so much where I can the writing for me is therapeutical. I mean, I write a lot of poem. I think I just tell the other platform wherein that I can I can get like inspiration somewhere where some wisdom, and I guess I will give all credit to the Almighty. And they come through, and I go get for pen down then things then they write, whether I'm a journal or diary, you name it, right? And if I don't write them down at that moment, or if I get to like a phone, I go under the notes section and type them. If I don't write at that moment, I did lost them. Once I lost them, for now I will get them back, and then they ever come the same way. Right. So some of the things that way inspire me for say, um, like I've been tell the other platform, is that no one can tell after God. No one can ever be able to tell you story like how you would tell them, because sometimes there's misconception, there's misunderstanding, misinformation, misconstrued. So basically, the first thing is that leaving a legacy behind. A legacy, it was not a self-centered approach, but rather so many individual them way if we say them get mentioned in this book, in a good way. So legacy was one of it, wherein that there's no misconception or misinformation. Secondly, a message for generation yet unborn, where I believe say many will benefit from. When I talk about my mentors, them I kind of like specify why I choose them to be my mentors and waiting I learn from them. And one of the similarity what each of them gets is that they all went through struggles, so much struggles that, but the struggle was not enough for them. It kind of like prevent them from becoming successful. When we talk about the Oprah Winfrey, the Tyler Perry, I talk about Mother Teresa, so many, and I even mentioned Schengen Pierre, right? I may not necessarily believe in the killing part of it, right? But the strength and the perseverance to fight for in freedom and the freedom of many, right? That is something was worth very, what is it, inspiring for saying never give up, right? And how he get that strength for able for take off them chains and able for kind of like attack the one that wait on they kind of like abuse them for this long. It was very inspiring and just kind of like wow. And at the end, even though then unfortunately I don't believe in violence, even though then gets rid of that person, at the end the then president decide to say this man do things out of self-defense, and he be able to go back and go back to Sierra Leone. So just to even have that history about Sierra Leone and United States connected together, I think say it was worth sharing that as well, and the contribution where we don't give back within the West Africa, or even within around the world, as in the Frabe College, all that I mentioned. So it's also given a beautiful light. Like I've been say, when an advocate is different, because we want change, we want something where it will be sustainable for generation yet unborn, and including ourselves. But this book, the approach was leaving a legacy of love. People definitely understand the beauty of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean, right? And how we don't contribute to society as a whole. I talk about my very own, or we very own Mr. Abdul Karim, where I like so much, we don't take we to that map, with five PhD, we inside the West Africa. Now we stand tall amongst every other country. That's something we are to be able to celebrate. I talk about Mr. Boxer Banks. As you know, I've been bringing on this platform where we don't interview going back to my childhood days with my dad and with family structure, and how much it don't contribute to the Sierra Leone entertainment industry. And I go, it spend about 2 hours with me, if I'm not mistaken. I get information the way I've been wanting it be credible, it be from a first hand, where I go see them from a different perspective in childhood and how we come about to becoming Mr. Bosker Banks. I also talk about the professional where they talk about Dandogo them, right? As you know, I don't interview them as well, but at that young girl, 8 years old or 10 years old, before I leave the Republic, I used to listen to her, and it's still left in my memory. And I like them so much, and I able to get the opportunity for do back again another phone interview for get solid and authentic information from them, so that we'll be able to celebrate. And for the one that will not be done born yet safe, then picking, and then they will understand how then people also contribute to Sierra Leone. So it's not a center approach, but rather how I celebrate also the beauty of Sierra Leoneans then we don't contribute to Sierra Leone as a whole. Yeah. I also talk about Mrs. Kadi Fakondo, when at the very first assistant inspector general, a woman 30 years ago. It gave me a photo where talking about that. I'm not talking to any platform yet, and I don't want to say this. It gave me a photo about 30 years ago where I cherish and I keep, and I share that photo there, and we get an intimate dialogue here in New Jersey, now one of the mall. So I reflect back on that. I celebrate him, and I show me appreciation on how much I like him and how much it inspired me as a young lady. Positive woman. So it's a whole lot of folks. I mean, the book is a bit convoluted with positive, and celebrating the beauty of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, the book not
Mhm.
just about your life story. So you try
Yes.
for also showcase Sierra Leoneans them and
Hmm.
probably other them way you read their story, you inspired by their story,
And how
and
it
then you put it.
impacts me.
Yes, okay,
Exactly.
okay. But not
Yes.
let me know. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I want to say I also try for also point out my own struggles, them, my weakness, my shortcomings, them, and and also how I go about every trials where I go through. I try for also kind of like show how I waiting at the solutions them, so that way if that picking they read them, it will say okay, and there's some things the way maybe I endure during me early years in school here in the United States, where I believe say I could, as an adult now, for me handle them differently. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I believe say a
No,
lot go. It's yeah, way to be beneficial.
okay. So
Yeah,
meaning that you also include some of the struggle times then we and
absolutely.
then how and challenges then you overcome them or what you do and you get
Yes.
anything where you will say looking back by the way just for there we make people understand the book they
Yeah.
out now to buy or you still go through the publication.
Yes. So what's in happen is that the publishing company being disappoints me, I would say, but it's a blessing also. So then still they work in the part with the process and therefore go through different stage with Amazon for make finalize, and then before they go inform me. First promise was Monday, but unfortunately they said then they run a little bit behind, and but then they work very hard, and then we try for get expedite time as soon as possible, and then once that is done, then they will send me the link and inform me, and then I will able for share with people that way they anticipate for buy the book. Yeah.
Okay, so this you say memoir, but when we look at the front cover,
Mhm.
say from Freetown to America. So clearly you want for showcase so you come out. So
Yes.
tell we
Yeah.
a little bit more about this title. Because you
Yes.
can able any other title where you go
Yes.
include your name and the challenges of life or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
why Freetown to America? So what's special about that journey there where you want to
Right.
let people understand? Like what
Yes.
walk with through the journey
Yeah.
from Freetown to America. If na
Yes.
struggle or if na Freetown treat you so well, give a foundation that when you come to America you excel, make people understand.
Yes. So from Freetown to America, a journey of roots, resilience, and becoming. So the Freetown, as in a sea, it gets we flag, and then the America, it represents the American flag. So basically, two things. It's two country I'm forever grateful to. One, na my foundation, na my root. That is where I came from. That is where the value was instilled, coming from that Madingo home. What I learned from there, this everything, right, is something that I'm forever grateful and I cherish. right? And a lot of things same way I would say I miss. And I'm always grateful about Sierra Leone. And I talk about also the institution where also help for mold me to the woman that I slowly become, right? Which now the St. Joseph Primary where I attend. I talk about me principal Miss Gilpin, Onike Gilpin at the time. What I learned from that institution, I had some very good memory and some that is not so good, where I also talk about, right? And also I also try for give suggestion of the thing where I don't like will be happen to me there, where I go read na the book and I want to say. So that is part of my journey, and it's a whole lot. I even talk about many not gonna know this. When me auntie way raised me when I'm a first foundation, I love her so much, and I don't want to get emotional. When he take me first at that time, even in a Bombali district when I'm McKinney, so I lived also in McKinney, which I didn't want to say, but you are so special, right? I live in McKinney at a young age, and photographic memory, it also talk about me experience in McKinney and some funny things in the way I go laugh where no one talk about. So from there now we come to where I would say na papa in retire home where he built from scratch when at Ferguson Street. Ferguson Street is where I grew up, right? But now not go too much. We say Abdul they can talk too much for this book.
Well,
So
well,
you have
we
to,
that part of you way, when they talk about, not instance this,
yes.
one
So
forgets the
you were
inspirational,
say that again.
one
Say that again,
forgets
Mr.
the,
Abdul.
yeah, one
The
for be
history.
inspired by your story.
Yes,
So,
yes,
that
yes. So it's so interesting, right? Like I say, McKinney, Ferguson Street, and also I talk about living Eastern, Western for go to Eastern, my experience there as well, right? Then now fast forward when I come to the United States, I don't want to talk, but it's a bittersweet, right? Especially when I land that first 1 year or so, what I endure, and I don't want to. Uh, Writing this book sometime, like I say, and I will always advise anybody, if you decide to write a memoir, let it be very authentic, let it be very original. Because for me, I have to take some mental break in between because some of the things I have to relive it for not able for kind of like it was raw emotion we go through this entirety, right? So when I relieve those things and some of the awful things will happen when I just come with, let's say for an instance, for the school system, and I recall those individuals, they name them, I still not ever forget them, you know. So basically, like I say, it's still a country where I'm forever grateful for, and it's bittersweet on both end. So that's why I name it that. The root now the back in Sierra Leone, the resilience is all that I endure. And the list goes on, and how I learned to become strong. And like I tell the other platform, for me, I can also discover some of my talents during struggle or during trials, right? That is part of the resilient part of me. And for me, any trial I can get, I dey look and say a blessing because I can always get better things when they come behind that trials and tribulation. So that is all part of, and the becoming, like I say, to the other gentleman at the platform, at the other platform, is that I don't think that I've arrived. I look at becoming as an everyday struggle, right? Because meaning that what you had to learn on Monday might be different what you had to learn on Tuesday. So I always leave a room for improvement and the idea to learn and become better. So yeah, that's what inspired me with the title, um, From Freetown to America, a journey of root, resilience, and becoming. Khadija Tejan Nabie.
oh, wonderful, wonderful. So again, I know say most times now, yeah, we can they say we not get much time, but we can they push people them. People like you always they enjoy the company. But people again, I just want to make them very quickly. Let we able get one or two calls if we can. So me family
Yeah.
if at all on I want for talk to Here, the mommy way sometime in the next God how many 2 3 years just now for talk to herself go through in secretary.
No, no,
So
never, never. You always
so
be part
dear,
of the family. No way.
yeah,
I
we
cannot.
family. Yeah, since we get on the show, if una want to ask a question or anything we go inspire on a call with WhatsApp number, we na +1 343 997 5828 +1 347 997 5828. Una know say we na this platform we always respectful. So dear una they call una respect them we are because now we own sister and a part of the family.
Mhm,
By the way, somebody we na salon for all channel.
mhm.
But anyways, I just want for quickly read few comments them. Um,
Okay.
we get we sister we na sister Isata Dumbuya say how are you doing Khadija, I'm so proud of you. And brother
Oh,
George Walker they say wow, a real blast from the past. We used to love
mhm.
her show and raps. You want to make her
Oh.
feel that now? You want for let Fenway for Brian come back. By the way, we get a
Oh.
call. let me take let me take this call. Then this person get to stay.
Abdul.
Yes, welcome. Caller, waiting your name where they call from and whose question you get for with sister within the studio.
Yeah, what about? I be called from Belgium. I be called for
Okay,
British
thank
man, yeah. Because
you.
I'm one know very well actually, and we not really philanthropist of not say. I'm not be uncle, but one is in 19 on spot. So I just call for great time. I recommend out for
Mhm.
video with the do really what this man can do. We reach out everywhere. They on the things where they do in a salon. Well done, sister.
Wonderful. By the way, Madam Khadija, I don't know if you get anything for tell this brother. Now, one of the sponsors them of we VOS Diaspora Helping Hand Scholarship Program.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Abdul, repeat and what he say for me. Sorry, I know be the
Well,
area good.
it just sort of praise you and waiting the good work
Oh,
we do is say you inspire them for particularly call. So
oh.
again, on in behalf also we dey say boku boku thank you to you. So not just
Yeah.
that's no for just
Thank you so
appreciate
much. Yes, sir.
for
Thank you.
particularly the young
Yes.
Asalo.
Yeah, I want to say plenty thank you. I'm humble by your kind words, by your words of appreciation, and I don't want to cry, but I want to say this book is not only about me. It's not a centered approach, self-centered approach, but rather something where was very genuine, was very raw emotion, and again, hope that not only it will benefit we, but we picking them, grand picking them in generation yet unborn. Yeah, thank you so much for your
That's
kind
true.
words. Thank you. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. I go on. Mr. One, the if the book are there, I go on the weekend actually.
The book, okay. Yeah, so as soon as it gets ready, and it also lets Mr. Abdul know, then hopefully Mr. Abdul will share and to with VOS and then we say
I
go
think you get
disseminate
I think you gave me number. I think you get me contact. I think you forget me contact actually.
Okay, so I will get time from Mr. Abdul, yeah?
You gave me
Yeah?
contact. You gave maybe not
Yeah,
only person it up.
you say you get your contact, but what you go do, brother Fuad Sal
Yeah,
Fuad Kaba. I
yeah.
go still send you you contact to him, so that way
Okay,
they
okay, no problem.
will be one of the first people and we it will
Yeah.
send them to.
I
Yeah.
go one time,
And then
definitely.
yes, and we truly appreciate where you they look forward for reading book.
Okay, no
Because
problem. So now left
this
I can get it you.
okay. Well, we'll not get time for too long, but yes, thank you very much for what you call.
Okay, no
Take care.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Madam
Thank you,
Khadija,
Mr. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I hope say go give me any trouble, oh, because I don't begin say they miss
No,
you,
it's
and for if I bring you
oh,
come back, I will beg you.
okay. We go talk. This is home, right? Family, that's
Yes,
so good. They up and done. We go talk.
exactly. And also, people and
Supervision.
kind of make Boku good comments then, but given that they run out of time, but
Yeah.
again. The judge will say congratulations to you, my sister, for the book. And again, we sister Mary J. They tell Boku Tenki and
Yeah.
Chano or Chana.
Oh, that's not my
I don't
son.
even,
Yes,
they
my
said my
adopted
pleasure.
son.
Okay, my pleasure to be your son, and you are doing great for our Sierra Leonean people, home and abroad. God bless you, Mama. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Thank
But
you.
again, you see, you want to give me trouble, oh, but at church they say I think VOS should have a book club where you feature a book or
Oh,
autobiography. We all read the book and discuss how we feel about it.
yes,
Well, and then there will be
yes,
a new program for Madam Khadija right there.
yes.
Na
Definitely,
na
definitely.
the post we get boku sense. So
Oh, no.
we don't get enough
No,
right.
you're very intelligent, Mr. Abdul. What's it they talk about? Oh
So
my
again,
God, Mr. Abdul.
yes, I want for something to thank you to Madam Bendu. It did tell where I do, and it say good to see you, Madam Khadija. You see, so it look like say people it's way overdue for at least you they can want them for can't tell where I
Yeah.
do. What I Robert Kargbo, did you talk about famous prof that was best grade in the 1960s, and that was third in Cambridge senior elective entrance and mathematics? So it will talk about some
Oh,
ask for you were very prominent way
yeah.
if
If I
you
may
write
mention
but
them.
yes
Okay.
yeah, but I believe say where we get a copy, okay, and then
Yeah.
and tell me the story. So please, now is more reason that for you buy the book.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
still like it below. Somebody say, please do, Mr. Kagbo. I just feel like the good old days when the station opened.
Oh,
You see, my
yeah.
goodness.
Now they
You
make
know,
I
give
want
me
cry. Yeah. It's
and
home. I'll be back. I'll be back.
absolutely. So, Madam Bendu, they say, I'm very proud of you, Madam Khadija. Looking forward to
Oh,
laying my hands on your book.
yeah.
Thank you. And then Brother Abdullah Sise, they say, congratulations on your book, Sister Khadija. May you be
Oh,
granted your heart desires. You are
um,
undoubtedly one of Sierra Leone's best in the support to
um,
humanity. Best of luck. So you see,
that's
so
a wonderful man. And it means
yes,
a lot. That's coming from New Jersey. It's a man I hold in high esteem. Mr.
wonderful.
Mr. Sisena, a wonderful, wonderful soul. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
So I must say, you just give me small time. So let we not take let we not take too much of your time. So now,
Yeah.
just maybe two questions. Okay. So I
Yeah.
just want,
Yeah.
yeah, let we know a little bit more about you. So this
Yeah.
book, I know
Yeah.
say again, somebody where you like for promote woman them and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this book, if you get one particular person where
Yeah.
they wake you up yourself, you see you go one for read this book, who that person they go be?
Oh, when a woman.
No, it not necessarily need
Oh,
for be
oh, you
woman.
say okay.
Person, like in general, where they wake you up sleep, we're not to
Okay.
guess where they if
Okay.
wake you up sleep and say, Madam Khadija, who that you go want for read the book and you feel very fulfilled? Who
Well, I
that
think
person they go?
Oprah. Oprah. The reason being why I say Oprah, and before I come to that, one of the constructive criticism way the last platform gave me when Mr. T, where I appreciate so much because as a writer um, or as a human being in general, when you get constructive criticism, you become better. right? It say, it not blame me much because of where I don't raise now so for long. It wish I for me don't put a lot more woman than name in Sierra Leone history versus here, right? Which I look say now a beautiful and constructive criticism because it will help me now for make I recognize more of them woman and they in me maybe next book or so, God willing. Um, the reason why I say Oprah when I come and I talk about that, um, my family structure we raise around Oprah, right? From all the from maybe it go through the weight battle, the this, the that, helping people them in struggle in history, and take to the point to say don't be right. So reading the history and being motivated by that and seeing struggle in behavior for persevere, right? I would like for them to say that young Khadija coming from the Republic, you know, growing with her, coming every day, 4 o'clock. Now we host. They watch him with my mom, even though we were not allowed to watch TV during the week. But if my mom put the TV, then it's exceptional, right? Um, so for now, ego able for understand, say there's this young Khadija at the age of I just from 12, just turned 13, come na this country, watch it inspire me to Usai Adonde today and able for also talk about how it contributes to my family structure and how it able for influence me in a positive way. I would love for and hope that one day if it gets in hand at that book day and read them, it will be a blessing for me as well. For me, it's a way of saying thank you for contributing to my life and many other lives. Yeah.
You ever don't meet them in person? Like either
No,
watch and show live? No? Okay.
no, no,
All right.
no. Unfortunately, unfortunately,
Okay.
no.
And then, well, again, I should say you can just send for kind of complimentary copy, and
Yes.
then you introduce yourself and all that, so you can able to do that. And if you're
Okay.
lucky, they read them, and I should say we'll reach out to you because you say you mentioned about the book, right?
Oh
It's
yes. Oh
you
yes.
talk
So
about
many. Yes. A lot.
yeah. So
A
maybe
lot.
we can just take like a key moment and then say, well, I write about you from a book, and
Yeah.
you know one of the people that will inspire me and stuff. So who knows? You can roll the dice. Sometimes it will reach out to
Yes.
you, and then and then probably appreciate what you do, how we
Yes.
influence all that. So again, we try for wrap up now because I wish I for be able to hold you for the 2 hours, but I don't overstretch
Oh,
you. I so
it's
they enjoy.
okay. Yeah. I
so
appreciate you,
so
Mr.
now,
Abdul. Yeah.
yeah. So now you will get boku people them way they always they put this kind thing they don't write like they get in they, like how you say no more they get in journal they get side where they write thing them but they're not
Yeah.
able for take this kind of step where you take. So make people understand how long it take you from the initial term where this idea come in your mind to now where they can finally publish this book. How long it take you? But not scared people anymore, but just be
Yeah.
realistic. You know?
So in terms of the, and again, I give credit to the Almighty. In terms of the photographic memory, I think say a lot's been stored on my mind. Where for me, I think writing for me is therapeutical as well. So it's like having this kind of like loading at your head, where say you are, you get so much like burning desire for kind of release it, right? And like I say, let me just say something if I hold the let me just say if I hold the pen, right, or wherever at the right time, maybe I go and start for say not just write 1 2 chapter, I go end up write 7 chapter within maybe 1 hour, right? Because it's a burning desire in me, right? And maybe I will start one and then more things that they come, it just they kind of like it's like relieving the moment. It just they show up. Then if it become too mentally or emotional or too much traumatic for me or like reliving the moment, I get for take a mental break. So maybe I would take a break. Maybe I go and say 1 to 3 hours, or maybe for that all the day, I'm not able to write again until maybe another 1 to 3 days later. Right. So now that way they me on come. Sometimes they flow, like I say, quick chapters, they just come randomly. I just write them. Then some other days maybe so painful for me to relieve, and then I would just stop and then kind of like give myself a break and then come back to it. There were time where maybe something I write chapter 1 to 7, then I jump chapter 8. So I will start chapter 8, I jump and left arm, I go to chapter 9, 10, 11, 12. Then maybe I jump down the back again and left arm, come back to chapter 8. So it all depends on how the emotions they go, right? Because I want it to be authentic, I want it to be real, right? So yeah.
Okay. So
So
for
it's like,
somebody, yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish.
So I want to say, so it's like 35 years of the day where I come in 91 at this country. From that day, starting from New York City, my observation, my memory from that day before I jump in the car, going through custom, jump in the vehicle and landing to my very first destination where I call my new home away from home, right? From that history up to where I am today. And then I got to go backwards from that 13 years old in Sierra Leone, reliving those moments from, Ferguson Street to Bombali District to the eastern part, then before coming back. So you see, so it's like reliving all the moments all over again. Yes. Yeah.
So for somebody we like that we brother we get intention for buy the book, of course, gets no doubt. But for somebody we they watch the program tonight or maybe other time where they consider for buy this book, I want let you look the camera and then just take 30 seconds and make the case waiting make you feel say that person if read this book. So
I'm sorry to say it's going to be more than 30 seconds, Mr. Abdul. So,
well, you talk saying somebody else use big English word and talk saying
Mr. Abdul. So if you watch the program,
yes, look in the camera and tell people that really, take whatever time for tell them why they for buy this book. Let them read them. What you want let them take for the book.
So viewers, first and foremost, I want to say plenty thank you for the outpouring love and words of appreciation and words of encouragement. Why enough for buy this book? This book is coming from Inayo's sister from the Republic, where basically it tell a story of hope, a story of strength, a story of struggle, a story of overcoming, wherein that it will be not only a motivation for that girl's child, but for any Sierra Leonean, whether you're an adult, you're not Pekin, or yet unborn, right? It kind of like not only tell a story, but it give you solution behind those struggles. How are they able for overcome or waiting would be my suggestion and reliving those moments, right? As that young girl, which I endure in the public school here. I also talk about private school, the experience them, and then also my high school story, the experience, which I endure or which I go through, and how I look at about how I handle it at that time and how I could have handled it now, right? So all that is part of relieving the pain, and then at the same time also finding solution how we can also change negative into positive. I do believe that the book is going to be beneficial for anyone when they read them. I also again try for take the opportunity for tell people then thank you, because I believe that not only with mama and with papa them, but it takes an entire village for raise a child, so there's a lot of folks them way help for mold me to who I am today. And the first mama, the first teacher, the person who I know as mama first, now me auntie wouldn't die, me experiencing the bitterness of death, losing her was the very first experience of tasting the bitterness of death, because this is somebody that loved me so much. And she was a disciplinarian, but she was it really treats me good. Not to all man sabi take care of people, picking them. It treats me very, very well. Leaving the Republic and coming here, you could also see me going through depression as well, becoming numb, and I go through cultural clash. It's a whole lot where many go benefit from. And again, like I said earlier, it give back to many Sierra Leoneans them. We don't give back to the country where sometimes we do not take the time for say thank you, just a simple thank you. What we need for kind of like it's not about money or anything, but again, if Mr. Abdul they alive, no we able for getting flour while they alive, because we see they do so, no amount of money go able for pay enough. But because of the love of the country, and I make they sit on and the camera, we're able for talk things on a critical lens, right, for the benefit of not only we own generation but yet unborn. So when they're alive, we're able for celebrate time, we're able for tell and thank you. Not to when it gone, because we don't go not only maybe in loved ones then go able for a. So while they're alive, how can we celebrate these individual? There's so many folks that were for being don't mention, but I just to give that example there. So it's going to be raw emotion. I think some areas you will cry, some area you go laugh, some area you go see strength, and you go able to relate to maybe my struggle, because it's not only me who don't go through that, or like I say, some areas then you go able to say, wow, it was a very nice experience we get in this area, and then this one I was a very painful. I also talk about areas then of me struggles, wherein that there's certain things then where they instill in you as a young girl, where sometime it can affect you as an adult, and then also how you're able for try now for cope with them, wherein that you go able for coexist without not hurt people them, not intentionally, but because of your believe in the way how you were raised. Sometimes that's why I said it's very we for be slow for judge anyone, because we're all product of the environment. So when reading this, you go able for better understand me, the way I behave and how I behave, and why I behave the way I behave. Right. So it's a lot to go learn from it, And again, it's a lot of beautiful things about we culture. About Sierra Leone as a whole, right? And then, because most of the time we just know this narrative about Sierra Leone. So I'm here trying to give the picture of really what Sierra Leone is to be known for, and what Sierra Leoneans are to be known for. So it's a whole lot of information in this book. It's 27 chapter long. It's about 205 page. The 26 chapter and more of writing, and then I give also intimate pictures them of loved ones, myself at a young age, and so many other things them people that were so meaningful, pictures that were only 30 years or beyond 30 years, yeah.
So, so Fambulem, again, we unfortunately we get for do all the cutting. But just quickly though, we made to be talk behind the scene, and you send for me some audios. You talk about your daddy, and you see people that will know your daddy. And if the last day we begin at VOS, so we talk. So Boku people them, especially the younger ones, them do not know much about your daddy. But now one of the people and we really SF contributes to Salon in whichever way. Now be prominent somebody. If not crying now, you will talk a little bit about and because you will talk behind the scene. Say with all the popularity, it not be able for left this kind of way they try for do so. So you dedicate this book back. So tell me small about who that's now be your daddy, and whose connection this book gets to your daddy. You are last for you virtual pocket art for API.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most thing that inspired me because when it came to academia, it was an individual way the Almighty be blessed with so much knowledge and he sacrificed so much for so many people. Whether it's even going there, it did jeopardize himself, it did take exam for people there. He make a lot of help for make a lot of doctors, nurses. He cared so much about people there, even when he's sick, when he gets in stroke before he die. If somebody gets issue with maybe financial issue, you go rather not pay your rent so as no ways to allow other people they cover the shame of other people then. I think I spent like about 3 chapters on him, with him family, and he came from a very humble family, but they were so kind. And I remember all, even as a young girl, how much my granny love me so much. The love we been get for I bring account to me. So you read a whole lot. Like I say, that was another very raw, emotional. It was hard. It was hard for me to write. I talk about living under the same roof and my experience with So the only regret, like I say, this he gets so much knowledge, so much, and I only wish that he been get the opportunity for pen down those thoughts, those knowledge, so that way generation yet unborn go benefit from it. Because I would try for telling story, but there's no other person who will be able to tell your story. And also the knowledge that we've been get, if you've been able for kind of like put things in and they for next generation, then go they benefit from him yet unborn, because he just get raw. He was just very intelligent for the one that we know him. So yeah, but the Almighty know best. So when you read the book, you go get a whole lot where I talk about time and the family. Like I say, it started with 1 chapter. I end up stretching to 3 chapters when it comes to if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So remind people them waiting how they know as like waiting a be in popular name where people then go recognize.
So yeah, well, my dad been working at the court system back home, and most people they may know him as TJ or Tejan. Tejan, let me they call him. Yeah. So let me they call him Bra. Yeah, he was well known from Freetown to here. But maybe I guess when I read the book and I go able to say, oh, maybe me in a fambul or somewhere. I don't want to give too much detail, but yeah, he was known. Many of them be known as Tijan or TJ. Yeah.
It look like say the first thing where you look done perfect now how for be businesswoman. You see I chuk you, but still you know give what to go. So let me say, well, I don't get a lot of things them. I don't need for my goodness. So it just we need to let them say, oh well, okay, oh.
Very good.
Come to the end of this segment. So we're not going to say we'll touch politics. By the way, talking of politics, what do you make of waiting the currently going as salon in terms of whether or not the constitutional review now? Because one thing I get for talk about, I don't begin here. Prominent people in a salon actually, and this guy na Agbagba, na big lawyer, they say then for extend the presidential term to 7 years instead of 5. So what do you make of all waiting they go on? Because again, this program will talk about politics, but we na salon care about the country. So then they will be your last word for let people and get your own take. But Fambulen, if there's something, if Madam Khadija says something where like, me saying over buying buku, I don't want for
so that is one thing where I get for write about separate, right? From the past, the history, and then my own perspective in terms of politics. But I think, say, if we kind of if we begin to introduce that, because if we can recall back during the term of President Dr. Ines Baikroma, there was a rumor of that as well. and the people then frown against that, so then they end up and go further, right? So I think say any serious Sierra Leoneans, when such suggestion come about, we for frown against that, because it's a bit manipulative, it's a bit self-centered approach, it's selfish. If the constitution don't say 5 years, now we go respectfully, we do it 5 years. If you get for re-elected, you go back again peacefully, ask again the voices of Sierra Leoneans there. If they want you, if they don't want you, go back safely, because one, the interest of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean for always suppress we own personal interest, right? So in the time of Dr. Ines Baikoma, like I say, where people that make noise, even respect the voice them, even though people may say, Pa, you can do it, Pa, now for take third time, those are all what they call sycophants, bootlickers. They need to look at they just look at now, right? But the power in infinity wisdom, you look and say, no, now go by the mandate of the constitution and the voices of the masses. Now not even try this. You understand? So now, if even they suggest such thing, the current president will say no. No. This is not part of we, and it should not even be done, because 5 years alone is too long. I really think we will kind of bring it down to 4 years. 4 years, then again, then go back again at the ballot box and see if them still want them. But I don't think say that is a good thing for the nation, because that's almost 10 years for one person for sit down at the office. So if that person didn't do well, it's just like more issues. So I not say this is not for the current president now, but we're not for encouraging at all. I think 4 years, we for even try for bring them backwards, not 5 years. 4 years, I think, is enough for any president for go back again and go na the drawing board for see if people then still want that president for go forward or for he come out. That's my humble opinion. And do you anybody who vex, forgive me, but it's coming from a sincere place and for the interest of Sierra Leone, of the Sierra Leoneans.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I see why people and they miss you, because clearly you show it's a bit tough. You see how we escape.
Mr. P, you never when they bombard you. Why be they give me? Now Mr. Abdul later with the conk.
Yeah, like how somebody say that was like the good old VOS days where we get boku where we they present different programs, and some man give specifically for certain presenter where the presenter go say, I don't come today for now. So, but it just happens with time and again commitment. So unfortunately we know the edge, because we still with a wish for bring people like Madam Khadija and stuff, but from there we get somebody who would dedicate himself through the technical aspect. But we go work on that though. We go work on that. Yes. So finally, see me final, they know they don't.
Mr. Blue, it don't drag me take. It won't take me to the whole program. Continue.
Indeed.
You know how the Nigeria they can say continue.
Exactly. You see, and we get fun, we miss this. Yeah. So finally, though. And again, this is something where I want for I know say you don't talk about the current situation where I ask you, but I really salon it don't be that state where salon people not to force them where you neighbor. You go see them almost like brother. Where you go say this is my brother, this is my sister. Now it's all about the political party we they support. So even if the neighbor is so kind to you and everything, but if it is support that party, automatically people in the see them as enemy. So I know say yes, you kind of you were younger for me. People way go starting off. Based on this interview, then go estimate your age, but they say they ask woman age you get in trouble. But if you the younger one, okay? I sure say during the days them, that thing they be still there. We neighbors them. They look out for each other. Unlike
Yeah.
now, we will see
Yeah.
himself na the diaspora. You go now, then either party or salon, community organization meeting, people they make small kata go and come out. If somebody begin talk, even if not the right thing they say, but because of not to the same political party. So dear, I beg, let this be your final again, a final, oh, and then they go back
Yes.
and say,
That the
let
next
this be your
final back.
let this be your final advice to
Yes,
salon,
Abdul.
okay?
So
To
yes,
salon
sir.
people them. Waiting you go tell we
So
especially if that you know somebody way sabi inspire people they are take them
yes.
away, please.
Yes. So Sierra Leone is now with number one responsibility after God. Islam say, and again, in I know say we're not country of religious tolerance, but Islam say part of faith is to also love the country, right? Responsibility for love Sierra Leone, and we serve as Sierra Leoneans for suppress any political party. These politicians, many of them are very, very self-centered and selfish. Some of them, then they pretend. It doesn't matter which political party, then they pretend. When they want something, then they come, then they subdue, then they do all kinds of things. Let me give you an example. Maybe you go meet a politician in the corner, you ask and say, I'm desperately in need of something. They're not going to do it, but they go come publicly, they begin to show off their wealth. Now, so I do not because they want kind of validation from the people, them, right? Um, no, be extremely careful. At the end of the day, when they're all done, when they run, then they go, they left we behind in we country. You can love a person. It is your right to belong to any political party, whether it's APC, NGC, C4C. Do not allow, like they always say, most of these politicians, when they don't get to that 60, in a way they can use as the ragamuffin or the thugs them. They don't know it now, they just they using it temporarily. When then they go with the entourage, then they know if it not exist. When they picking, then they get to the phone, then they enjoy from one destination to another in another day. And I be careful in not allowing yourself to be used. Whether you be APC, you be NGC, you be C4C, they are very selfish and self-centered, right? There are certain things that way could have been improved by now. We water, we light, but nothing. These funds are being misplaced, misused, abused. It's sad. We still then at the same. Now remember, I talk this in the book. We are so rich in so many natural resources. We are rich. Then nobody not tell you Sierra Leone are one of the poorest. We are rich. That timber where they can't take, that diamond where they can't take, now from Sierra Leone. Now raw material, the way God bless we with in our country. But we just don't have the right leaders them for that we then take that material there and make them and use them like when you talk about the Gaddafi, what it do for in people them. No, we remember a true leader for make sure say in citizen they feel comfortable. If you decide say you the thief, at least make sure say this the country they don't get good health system, they don't get water. You know, certain things they will get for Rona Ghana, will get for X, Y, and Z instead of dialysis. I don't know now if they don't improve them better. The dialysis machine, some heart machine them or whatever. If people they want to get heart surgery and get for run common at the country, and now they hear say then they try forget they don't get the machine now or then they try forget an at all. It's unfortunate. So don't look at any colors. Don't look at any colors. Look at the individual. And like I say, some of them are they're not actors. Them don't look at any. Not go and say, oh, this one because na Timini, so na APC party or na Limba na APC party or this na Mende na SLPP party. Also because of the tribe, I will go with this person. Ibadi bate na because me commoting at the same tribe. No, the one tribe we'll for look at is the tribe of being a Sierra Leonean, right? Because if Salon make now we all get for enjoy a generation yet unborn. I believe say if Sierra Leone was like a Libya in the time of Gaddafi, I don't think say many, even including me daddy them, would they travel, they forbid travel. Right, but we all they run people, then they go and die in the sea or wherever because one, they don't feel comfortable in their own land. It's unfortunate, right? And we have the tendency for treat other foreigners them better than we on. It's sad. Shame on we, right? We forget to that point wherein that we accommodate ourselves, we respect ourselves, we try for empower ourselves, right? And of course, we are very warm when it comes to that hospitality. It's nothing wrong with that, but no, we not treat ourselves bad. Then we try for kind of like empower other nationality, you know. So again, whatever they do, think Sierra Leone. Don't think tribe, don't think color, not think political affiliation, think Sierra Leone. Because if it better, not for we all, right? And don't make you company as an enemy because it not get the same ideology like you or it not belong to your own party. No do am. Because again, then they go, when they go another political party, they come, not fair enmity for yourself. Then politician, yeah, then they go out of the country in most cases, then they go live their life. Now we then they left for suffer and for now we fight with self. Don't do it. I beg. Please, please, please. No think Sierra Leone, no think again with non-profits, I always tell them I don't care outside I belong, APC, NGC, C4C, it's your right as a Sierra Leonean. But please, no hate yourself and no, not talk about anything politics when it comes to these non-profits. And when we they help each other, we they do good for each other, then we not limit our to tribe or to the affiliation, no. Now we stand for the truth, if even it means that it's against the person where we love so dearly. Because one, we all, whatever we do, we get for go answer to the Almighty. When we die, and they ask we if we na APC, NGC, C4C, and they ask you for give account as to what you don't do today to your fellow Sierra Leonean and to the country at large. So having said that, and I hope you not take anything personal, it's coming from a sincere place, and now we try for join hands, join voice in a sincere fashion. If APC do something wrong today, now we condemn. If they do right, now we celebrate and encourage them for do even much better. If SLPP do wrong today, now we condemn. If they do right, now we celebrate. There was a time when I've been they use my platform with this current administration. I've been they go and give accolade. Now they begin conk me head. They say you they can't praise them. This year so now be APC we don't pull out. This year they just get launch them. So I begin to take caution because we know they come. Oh, this SL people don't do well today. Then they say, you, this is not big full business in the past. So they can't give SL people the credits for that APC that just launch. So those kind of like dishonesty, whether it's from the APC or SLPP, it needs to stop. So they are big. Now we always safe. We only have one Sierra Leone, and at the end of the day, we not choose to be Sierra Leonean. Yeah. Now we embrace that. We celebrate each other, and then we frown against bad politicians. Them now we not jump the gun for say, oh, this is why they come, they can't show this and that. It's all a facade. And I think of the previous, the current, and the one then behind them. Waiting them, they don't say yesterday. Waiting have been them promise, and in I think and in a make comparison, Uda accomplish, Uda not accomplish, and waiting have been them behavior, them body language when they be want power, and when they come to power, how they behave to we, whether it's the previous or the current. Then in a be the judge, yeah. But in a make sure say in a make decision, not out of sentiment because of tribe or because of region, because of political party, but rather because of the benefits and the interests of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean. I thank you guys. Back to you, Mr. Abdul.
Well said. Wow. So wait, so the person will be you know what? You know, go will sit on through. We're almost in at 2 hours.
It's you are telling.
But anyways, I want to say,
Yeah, Mr. Abdul.
We embrace this platform again, and clearly, you know, to stranger. So me fumble and once again, let we extend congratulations to we sister Khadija Tejan Nabie, and again this new book, the first book, but I believe say the sky not the limit for them. So we wish you all the success on this journey. So thank you very much. And again, I want to say kudos to all the people in we they support you through this
Yes.
journey. And again,
Yes, sir.
anytime you need VOS, please, of course, we're in a family.
Of
VOS,
course.
now VOS, now we all own. Remember our motto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know say we
sir.
don't yeah, for them and grab, but VOS, we all know one family. So thank you
That's
very
right.
much.
You're
Again,
welcome. And
congratulations.
thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
So
And
far,
thank you so much. Yes, thank you to the viewers them as well. God bless you all.
all
Thank you,
right,
Mr.
Fambul.
Abdul.
Yes, I will come right back after this. Continue. In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of Salon Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what are your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal
Ibrahim Pedal Woti.
Kamara.
Kamara. You understand say born in Pico come first in the whole country.
Yes, I'm a pikin. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the pikin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no get. In lunch, na 10,000 a year every day. At times, we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years, work no day.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind, but brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
Take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanisms have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
I should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what do you want to tell others that are unfortunate to come first in the Becker process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared for any task overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salon Radio.
Today, John is not just a student. He's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org. All right, Fambule Mama for say boku thank you to we own sister, when our sister Khadija Tejan Nabie. And of course, for Una we don't deal with VOS for a while now. Una no say Khadija we get a program na VOS. But not just Khadija, we get plenty other people that will be get program. But now something we will don't say repeatedly. We really struggle in terms of who that go take care of the technical aspect, because I know say not to something we able for say we hire somebody else again for be salon person we understand we create, because this program na create the do so for less somebody able for help with any technical program na ya get for be a salon person. So but that's not an excuse though, me fambulem, in terms of the programs them way we drop, but we'll try for see if we can able for bring some of them people in the back, at least if not to for let them get programs safe, but to we'll try for bring them in a way for like then say talk about waiting they go on, just like how we sister be sort of they give we a kind of a own take, because remember we na Sierra Leoneans them first before we be APC or SLPP supporters. As I can always say now this program or this platform, nobody not born APC or SLPP, but like how we sisters say, for be salon you dey born Sierra Leonean because we know within now the process for let you be a citizen. So usa you born, you don't get no control over it. You dey be citizen right away. because you bondi. So, but you get control for be APC or SLPP. So me fambulem, no one for spend too much time, but something with troubling. So I want for like we talk about briefly. I don't will take too much time on that, because again, I want for like for the most part waiting people and remember about this program. Now we sister we intend for launching book. And that book there, by God's grace, way it come out, because as soon as I am, it gets small issue with the publisher. But once it resolve that and it will say the book don't come out, probably we'll bring and come back, or it will give we the go ahead for like we put the links them. And we will try for negotiate with them. If the VOS family members them, they will give a discount. So that's for help we for able read that book day. Yeah, and again behind the scene, if we try for say maybe after we don't publish the hard copy and maybe electronic version as well, they go try for do them back in a way that for some of we lazy for it. We go want for put we headphone and then just they listen to computer, they read for with the book and they try for do that. But again, as step by step. So I just want to encourage you now for we all support with sister as author and also as somebody we don't give a lot to the community in a way where instead of help picking them with the struggle. And as soon as I am, I even get picking them way they call adopted picking them way then they salon and they tell be the VOS. Maybe they take care of them picking and they sort of reach out to donors them and money safe Adam for make sure say some of them picking and they get it for eat and they will go school. So that's I would say in a very huge sacrifice in your personal life for make sure say them picking and they get a better life. So this woman way just as indicate elect the country and it don't show them over and again. Yes, maybe one or two things then they way can be different from we own personal take, but overall I will say a very good Sierra Leonean, patriotic one at that. So for Ambulem, I want for we talk about just one key issue. And the topic say, we'll talk about salon politics and economics, but we'll not go spend too much time. We'll get about 20 minutes. But I want for play two videos then. With the one, Dr. Safa Abdullahi, and the other one, APC person, when Adi Macaulay. We get two different versions. But before I do that though, one thing come to my attention, if Ambulem, as I go through the news and try for talk about this very briefly. I want to set the stage first, if Ambulem. Remember that tripartite, it talk about for unite the country and even where they lift the case against an Escoma, they use that same word again, say na reconciliation for bring peace and unity in that country day. Omifambulem, the last election, one thing be there will cause serious tension in that country day. Now about the census, we then talk about mini census. Instead of it will be every 10 years, they say, oh no, let we do mini census for then go use that and understand according to the government, it's safe for they're able to deliver service in a proper way. So they need for count the people by district and knowing to say after the fact now, it look like Sena for let them get political advantage. Because then that census results there, we all know say it be kind of iffy. Wait to make us say that. But me fambulem, they say Kenema, get population pass Freetown. So where some of we ask now, how more people then go register na Kenema pass Freetown, and we know say beaucoup people them where you go say do all the registration here, then base na Freetown. The province we all know say beaucoup young man, young woman them they don't come Freetown, they don't left upline. So how warawe una talk about census and una say, oh, upline, part per upline, they will get more population past Freetown? That in a question mark. And where we press, waiting some of the reason where they give. They say, oh well, beaucoup people will be there Freetown because they want for votes na Kenema and upline. So they left Freetown, go register upline. So they say mass exodus of people them. But then we ask, well, if we say na this plenty people them, then come off Freetown, go upline for go register. Why not see the public transport then so flop? So who side them people there pass? Now fly them fly, or now they take them public transit them where beaucoup people they don't sleep, so no see them. So we all know say that excuse then all water. So now fast forward, we the feel say given the tension where the census business they create in that country they. This time around, what did they talk about for let we push the country go before, let the next election go be peaceful, let it go be fair and free and all that thing in there. Look what in APC put out as of 1st August. They make complain, then complain bitter one against the people that they conduct the census waiting for do this year. And that census day then go determine back how then go shape the country, how many seats them and all that in a day. Per district, we all know say now that way they then be justified. We then say, oh, Kenema forget more seats, both forget more seats. The census we then do. And now with the I don't know if in this census go justify that as well. So they want to create 2 more districts. They don't pass that paper day, don't kind of make them, but an officer parliament don't pass them yet for let him up 301. But my family them I just want to read APC then letter we then send to the statistician general, the person way. Now the statistics salon Agbagba. The letter where they write to him, I want to read a sample one and don't talk small about them before we go to the thing where I want for see where they close. So the APC they get the logo for this, by the way, for say beaucoup thank you to Truth Media. Now they will get them. When I see Truth Media the logo there. So it said the statistician general and chief census officer, statistics Sierra Leone, 1B King Street, Freetown. So now see the date. Say 1st August 2026. So about 5 days ago. Not too long, not too something we don't tell. This is now recent something. So what did I say? Dear sir, and the reference now, where you will see the title of the letter, say repeated exclusion of the All People's Congress Party from critical, underline that word though, from critical activities of the 2026 population and housing census. So if we all know, say for now 2 major parties in that country there, we get 4 in parliament, but 2 don't die. So now we only get 2 when IPC and SLPP. The 2 that we don't die, C4C and NGC, I don't say they're not going to like me for where I say that. But the leader of them parties, then go join SLPP. So they're responsible for kill, then 2 parties, then they. So if they put all this thing together, And that's not be one of the challenges when we get the last election. So how una they talk for resolve things, for reconcile, for not create additional tension? If una they talk all them thing and day, una tell me to me fumble them. This not to the place where them for start. Let them straighten the issue where that census they beget. So I go quickly read them, not to boku write up. So again, the title say repeated exclusion of the All People's Congress Party, that's APC, from critical activities of the 2026 population and household housing census. So it continues for read say, the APC party is concerned about its repeated exclusion from key activities of the 2026 population and housing census, namely the monitoring of cartographic mapping and the ongoing mock test of census tools. We are also concerned about the Statistics Sierra Leone's failure to acknowledge, let alone respond to, numerous correspondence on census-related matters. La talk about Creole. Now, if statistics alone, then get new tools them, and then tools then they try for understanding tools then they, now that's they mean by mock, like where you kind of they test the tools them for let you see how they work proper one. For let you gain credibility in the outcome. Not to way, to me, I don't feel say not just APC. I feel say all the party that will be registered the last time, it's just unfortunate say APC and SLPP that don't take them upon themselves through that tripartite, saying that they're no more for talkies or for discuss the way forward. But with all fairness, all the other political parties that will be registered, then supposed to be stakeholders. And also the Salon people them. But if the major opposition, they say they don't write to Statistics Salon, they don't even they reply to them. And they don't left them out of major things them. So una tell me to, not to the beginning of that confusion or that kata or that kind of wala where then go say they don't accept the result. If all of a sudden they exclude them, they don't include them all, and then una cut out and say, oh well, another province na the south, not to just Kenema and Bo, but another province na the south don't get more numbers than past Freetown. And or if not to pass Freetown safe, but enough for get additional seat. If we not exclude them from the process, especially when they test the tools them, then they are good for the country. Una really they practice what una they preach. Because even the foreign minister, they talk about Tanescoma or where they allow them for attend the ECOWAS summit. And they use that now say na a testament of Salon democracy, the macho. Seriously? So Anescoma equals to democracy in a Salon? I don't think so. For let you strengthen democracy, not the institutions then. Where the institutions then strengthen, because as a matter of fact, I suppose, I don't feel say APC then supposed for even right for ask for that. No. That's something where then for make them clear to the public. And say now then tools here we they get, and then all the parties they involve, the one them way go for participate and stuff, and also private citizens them. Therefore able for publish the people them way they want for test the tools them power. That's now we think called transparency and accountability. They're supposed for make we know say them people are they randomly choose them not to buy just political party. But no, do not do that. And yet, una they make a yuki, una they shut people them out. So now tell me too, how the situation go resolve? Because we all know, saying at the start of the wahala during 2023 election, it begin first by with the census. So the census, they make way, and with all that bogus result, it team up. And for some reason, oh my goodness, that we country they let we not relent, let we not give up. Let we not give up at all. So let I read the other part. The second paragraph say, public statements by the SLPP National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Moses Mambu, indicate that the ruling party has access to real-time data and final mapping results. So just imagine, if you they say, okay, well, you don't want for the political parties them involved, you use the salon people them, like ordinary people them and all that, maybe we're not gonna get a point. But according to this letter, say the SLPP Publicity Secretary, Mr. Moses Mambu, he make it clear. He say SLPP get access to the real data, the real-time data, like the most updated data, and then the final mapping result. So SLPP get access, APC no get access. And then will tell me to how this go be a way for reconcile within happen 2023. How this go be a way for resolve the issue will be happen 2023. If una allow the ruling party get full access, but yet that same information they una restrict them from the main opposition when APC. And to me, even need for be APC no more. Una suppose for get access to all the registered parties them, because now that's make the register. And then forget the benefit for know the process, the for make sure say they satisfy. All that's not part of for reduce tension of that country day. And for una thrive or una try for go towards a peaceful election in 2028. But if this we get plenty implication, the census. We know that census day, like I said before, now not get for use, for determine the number of seats them, for determine but other things them. And probably for give una justification for let una go ahead and establish then 2 additional districts then they. So why una not make them open? So it be easy sell. It easy for justify. Let APC people and say, yes, we don't watch, we get access to all the numbers the way they use for make this decision. We agree. Ebo, what's difficulty than a way than they for create? If indeed una genuinely want for let peace in that country day. If una genuinely want for let salon, the majority of salon people them support whatever result get for come out 2028. So it continue for read say. I will just continue for read. Mr. Mambu further disclosed on the AYV Sunday program that the second phase of mapping was completed and the third had commenced, and that an SLPP coordinating committee is working closely with Statistics Sierra Leone to track mappers and capture mapping data in real time. This was said prior to the Census Advisory Committee meeting of 20th May 2026, where the same information was officially presented. So me fumble them. Some people then go say, "Na God come up here, we isiam." Some people then will say, no, it therefore test and see what they can get away with. Either way, not good for the country. So tell me too, SLPP, again, not a government, not the party, because not two different things. I want to let people know that. This Mr. Mambu, not a part of the government. For say, okay, well, the minister were responsible, where statistics alone, they own their portfolio. Yes, the need for sort of give better understanding as to how the tool they operate, and if they need for change them or buy something else or whatever, then get better plan. So then they go make sense. For like, una bring whatever challenges to the attention of the minister we responsible for Statistics Canada, Statistics Sierra Leone. Una not do that. Una go way beyond that and give access to party person. A big distinction. Government of Salone, they serve Sierra Leoneans. SLPP, for the most part, as a party, they serve their members. Not all Sierra Leoneans, then, are their members. So now distinction, now huge distinction that. So now make them get their own constitution, the party constitution. We're different from the country in constitution, because now two different entities. Government, now for we all. SLPP as a party, now for SLPP members. So why in God's name you for give access to SLPP as a party? Because the publicity secretary, not a government official, a party member, and don't get no business forget early access to that information there, even before the statistics salon present that information there to the public. It's completely wrong. That, if APC they tell the truth, because I they read from waiting APC, then puts now the letter. If they talk the truth, because I need for bring that caveat today. If they say the truth, it's completely wrong. Now, the other paragraph they say, this differential treatment raises serious concerns about inclusivity, transparency, and neutrality. Monitoring by political parties, as was done during the pilot census enumeration in December 2025, is essential to uphold credibility, ensure adherence to best practice, and build public confidence in the process. And I just explain all that. Because clearly, if we now want for like the process be credible, let's salon people them, even the political parties them, they don't get any reason for concern saying this yuki ego result in questionable 2028 elections. We don't want that. Mother Bill, unfortunately for APC, they don't allow her for able get that 2023 nonsense scot-free. For go scot-free. But yeah, this APC, to me, yes, una talk, but we not trust the court and all that. But guess what? The Supreme Court is there exactly for the reasons here. So then get statistics act. Then get plenty other laws them we guide them process here. Why una not go to court? Una want wait till 2028 way water don't pass flour or water don't pass gari, and then una begin now complain and cause all sort of issue, and una supporters then puts them in a funny position. No, now where the process don't begin, where in a way where una not satisfied, like how una say una they express major concern. And then tell me una need for test the court. and let the court force statistics alone for either stop for share their information here prematurely to the SLPP party no more, or let them include all registered political parties for let them get access to the information here. Una need for do that. Una no wait till reach to the elections in 2028, then they go just create unnecessary tension and possibly katakata another country there. Because clearly, Salon people that don't see, they don't tie their oja. That nonsense we be do in 2023, no, enough for repeat. But how it will happen, because me particularly, I want a peaceful resolution to the issues here. So the court, at that place the Constitution assign for be responsible for resolve the issues here. So let's read the last part. After we didn't talk about the credibility, but let's read the paragraph again. This differential, so again, the difference, meaning for treat APC and for treat SLPP differently and APC differently. So it is in here. This differential treatment raises serious concerns about inclusivity, transparency, and neutrality. Monitoring by political parties, as was done during the pilot census enumeration in December 2025, is essential to uphold credibility. Even when the mock test is led by development partners such as UNFPA, the questionnaire and the acceptance of the outcome. The inclusion of the APC would provide an additional check and feedback to improve the questionnaire and the acceptance of the outcome, which is true. Yes, Una say, oh, development partners and stuff, but it's not the development partners they get for be part of the process, not to then get for cry foul. Una for make sure say Una include all the registered political parties them and they're satisfied with the process and look at the questions them, the questionnaire, how they craft the questions and all that. Very essential. And finally, they can say to date, disaggregated results of the nationwide cartographic mapping showing enumeration area per chiefdom and district have not yet been made available to the APC. And this information, according to Mambu, they say they're out. But yet, according to APC, they're not seeing it. So why therefore hide information from APC, but yet that same information they give access to SLPP? A fumble them again. This, even if you na SLPP supporter, things then like they wire, if you frown upon, if you completely condemn them, because it's not good for the country, it's not good for the stability of that country there. So me fumble them, and they go tap in terms of reading APC then concern, which is legitimate, by the way. So now, let I just kind of spend the next 5-10 minutes for talk about. First, I go play Safa Abdullahi in interview we do with Lamrana. That same interview there, but then cut the video into two. For like it will be short, for like we get the information where they try for share very clearly. So I will come right back, but let we listen or let we watch the interview, and I will come right back after that.
Dr. Safa, you talk about reducing. There's no problem in reducing the powers of the president. No. But one of the arguments, one of the positions that we put now that we've extended the term limit of the president.
This is something that I've said.
7 years.
Listen, right? I have said this many times. Adibo, wait. Wait. I just sat here and I was waiting for you. Wait.
What's the idea behind that?
So continue. What you me to think is about how do you have now? Okay, let's go to the problem, right? You have 5 years. The president comes in, he runs the election. We can 2 years. He try for settling 3 years. He begin for think about in re-election. You understand? It does not give enough time for delivery on issues. Look, for example, I keep saying that. I look President Bill these days. He's running everywhere. This is not the last 2 years of his term. Not so. He's trying to deliver now. He's trying to make sure those projects will be not start. Now, what you need in a government is someone who comes in and know I have 7 years. You do them. You're doing work for 5 years. You're not getting no excuse why you not deliver, right? Then the last 1.5 years, you can go into election campaigns, or we go for one time of 10 years. We're gonna make somebody not become very competitive because you now know say at the end of the day 10 years.
But what's the person not go do in 5 years?
No, but it's 5 years is too short. Yes, it's too short because I just explained to you. You do election campaign for 2 years, you run for 3 years, and elections are beckoning. Let's look at what happens. You watch Ernest by Cromain.
You run more time if you be president.
More time as in
given 7 years.
No, I would want to be a president of 7 years, and then when I finish working this country, I'll take you somewhere and say, don't come in 7 years. You exercise this. You understand? Look at President Koroma in time. He came in. That was when we were in civil society, and they used to call him the audacious president. They were then the church all then wrote then at the storm. You understand? And then he was doing that. Election come. In the middle of elections. And now, while you are doing this, you are thinking, if my minister were popular in my party, they misbehave. If I remove them, tell them they can't wear neither. You just know. You understand? You begin to think about, you begin to have political considerations. You begin to think about what I need to do for please the people. Rather than long-term development program, you now they do short-term things where for make you look popular like you are delivering. So for example, you have an economy that is struggling, say, if I do this policy, it go bite you right now, but in 3 years, it go deliver better. But you
All right, Fambulem, that's not just a clip of Dr. Safa Abdullahi. Before I talk too much, but one thing I want to let una pay attention to, a talk about the timing of elections, the campaign and all that. So now argument that, saying you do 5 years for the people that work, then it take 2 years for you go campaign back for re-election. But una tell me too, so right now, 2 years to the election, but within the law, na Salon say, campaigning not begin yet. So the declaration of campaigning, about 6 months. So tell me too, why president for spend 2 years for campaign? And as a matter of fact, if you do well, you get that benefit of incumbent. Because most times, the president, like presidents bill severally, they don't say, oh, they go thank you tour and all that stuff, and it can take a swap at in opposition or your opponents them. But the flag bearer aspirants them, they're not going to do the same thing. We don't go charge them with incitement. They're not go criticize openly the way the government they do in a very fierce way, where the government not go find way for label them and probably ask CID for invite them. So somebody else we not get no opportunity at all for campaign and not get the resources, you get them 6 months. You get the public resources, you get the platform where if you say something, if you say you the give speech, even una member Boku time where President Bill they give a national address. Can they talk about the previous government? Or where will become? Rest na be this, or this be this so, that be this so. A campaigning message that. Talking about the past, talking about waiting APC no be they do right. A campaigning message. So, but it gets the platform them. So how if we need extra 2 years for do campaigning where every speech, particularly with President Bill, if it be campaigning speech. So President Bill, you talk say, well, now where you only get 2 years, it all over the place. But ask yourself, the all over the place for finish the thing that we promise, waiting at the thing them way the people them dearly they need, like desperately they need of where President Bill the try for fix. Tell me that's the way it fix with thunder speed where na that conference center. Salon people them they benefit directly from it? No. Able for put food na somebody in table? No. How many people in that center day after way the ECOWAS summits done so? How many more people then go up then go employ? Not many. But yet he spends so much time and energy, resources, everything. So now then kind run around there for make sure say it do in the thing that we promise. Now that's then for game 2 additional years for able. I just want for draw attention to people like this. And one of the people in that back we talk about the PR. Now one of the lawyers them where the ECSL use for defend the PR. Look waiting now the result. And sadly enough, with all the terrible result, where the first past the post, it even give better result in terms of inclusivity than the so-called PR. Where they say, oh, the PR system, it go bring smaller parties them, it go even allow independent candidates them all forget seats in a parliament. It happen? No. So the practicality of it, not to waiting in a paper where somebody will call the theory. No, the practical aspect of it. Una use PR in a shenanigan way. So now, Alex say, maybe the president or whoever they advise, they test the waters with any kind of nonsense here. As a lawyer, it make any sense where the country get a kind of law saying now within 6 months, therefore call for campaigning for start, therefore declare campaigning. So how you want for give 2 years for like a president the campaign, just no more campaign. It don't make any sense. America, then campaign, it's so rigorous that you get for go through primaries, you get for go through several other steps them. Where even the one we not to president, some people in there where then campaign can not even start safe immediately after the primaries. We're in 2 years, every 2 years. So meaning then they take up to 2 years for make sure say they're able to raise money, do their campaigning and everything before it come now to the primaries. But yet, they even keep the term to 4 years, less than Salon. They spend more money for campaign, spend more time for campaign, and almost everything they spend more for campaign in America. Millions of dollars. You get for raise fund, you get for go to different place them, go give you speech and all that thing and day. But yet, the timetable not change. Now 4 years. Do not make them bogus excuse here. And at the same similar nonsense John Mahama wanted for implement in Ghana, which is very sad. You know very well say Ghanaian constitution say lifetime as a president, they only elect you twice, 2 terms in your lifetime. So it no say the maximum time where it go be president now 1 time. So now in one commodity, it don't begin nonsense. And as a matter of fact, if it in Al Jazeera for una wiki watch international news, we Ghanaians then they protest now. Say John Mahama want for Kego back, then democracy way don't really improve. And as a matter of fact, Ghana now one of the countries then that's now West Africa, particularly I go say Africa in general, where you go see then democracy don't they mature. And then this man want for K then go back. Say then for push him from for 4 years to 7 years. Seriously? And this same terrible guy, they give reference to that. Let we play Adi Macaulay inside of this argument, and I will come back for conclude.
Adi, will you need 7 years?
I mean, the sound of 7 years, scares me. It's quite obnoxious, in my opinion. I mean, imagine you get a very bad president, you get stuck with her for 7 years. Imagine. So we forever so often take we leaders then to the people for validation. 5 years is not a long time. In Mexico, there is a 4-year term and only 1 term. You come in as president of Mexico, you serve 4 years.
Yeah, that's why Mexico is Mexico.
Then you go now.
That is why Mexico is Mexico today.
Fambulem, I want pause and yanda for make a correction waiting Adi Macaulay say. Actually, not of 4 years now Mexico. A correct for say Mexico, the presidents they run for 2 terms. Now 1 term in a lifetime. But not of 4 years, now 6 years. So every president in Mexico, they elect you for 6 years. And you they only do 1 term. You don't even go for re-election. Now the only country that they were always so strict in terms of the term limit. Only 1 term. Most, if not all other place them, you they go for 2nd term. But Mexico are only 1 term. And so far, we don't see them fit. And you're in at the background where Safa Abdullah, they say, oh, that's why Mexico is what it is like today. You know, they compare Mexico development to Saloon. If they refer to the security, then cartel and stuff, but then countries, then they get 2 terms. Let's have get that. Saloon. Now, they struggle with the drug lords so that our country day. So within Safa Abdullah they talk about that's make Mexico day like how we day so like today. You watch the World Cup, let's see Mexico. Where did they show not to the stadium, where did they show Mexico? If you really watch them, we say that's why Mexico day the way high day so like today. Unable to understand what it mean by that comment day. You see, them people here, again, Salon, let God deliver we from their so-called bookmire. And the guy this way that they reference, he no constitutional law, he's smart, he this, he that. Look the kind of nonsense where they spill. Salon compared to Mexico. Not sleep and die. Clearly. Look them political. This not to the first time. They don't change presidents them several times now. And yet you don't see people in common at it. And yet you don't see a particular president try for adjust the constitution, for change them, because they make them very strict. Where you go act for label change. Because not to just parliament no more. In fact, not to parliament gets the say where it come to the amendment day. So, but this same man, that's why Mexico is what it is today. Seriously? What nonsense. Mexico, we're advanced. Let we pull Salon though. Think of any other African country where you go say advanced like Mexico. Again, that thing where sometimes you the drug cartel and stuff like that. Then they na problem where several presidents don't try for eliminating stuff. Not to say na thing way supported by the government or whatnot. And that's not the main thing where one of the things, key areas that we can touch. Say if they like how the president, the Abo just like their car allegedly, if he allow it don't sow seed or it don't really get like it don't affect almost every fabric of a society, then go ask for faith. I don't know if you remember several times I don't even say this way just like they kind of sit down trianga one and that country they influence that country the next leaders them go get challenge even if they want puller now because he go make sure say it fits their leaders then they and if they not take them go even pay for let assassinate any leader after Bill we go try for pull another country so una see the problem and we get that same drug issue they develop now we country. I know you talk about that too. Instead you say now make Mexico day the way they so if you pull that aside again Mexico way develop compared to African countries them. Way. If you want to understand, look at the numbers. Look at the size of the economy. Look at other indicators them. So me fumble them again, aside from that small mistake, where Adima Macaulay say 4 years, now 6 years for the presidential term, now Mexico, and yes, 100% to get it correct. Now one term you deserve now Mexico, and we not see fit for that. And then we now say we go give you the possibility for let you run the country for 10 years. And then you say you want more time? Hey, bo, where that guy try for do now Guinea, waiting happen. They not kick him out of there. And now this military guy, they don't push him. So now tell me too. But this, I will give President Bill the benefit of the doubt, but it's nice for let we address some right away. Because remember, Alpha Canway na President Bill spokesperson. And one of the people in that, they on video, where they tell an Escoma, say, party people elect you. Now forgo third term. So it's not going to surprise me for like people like Safa Abdullah, they pull their kind of nonsense here. So it must happen say, now fine manipulation. And try for make Alex say, and I make it say, oh, for based on my own opinion. No. It gets so much influence for let it be careful with what they say. Not to say they begrudge them because they say my opinion. But I want as a country that we be very, very careful. This not go born good picking. We don't want to let anybody die. Salon elections not for be do or die. Just like how Lamrana ask. But like how they can say, Agbolo no get waste way young. Now wait the only go get waste. President Bill don't get up to 10 years. What did he do? Absolutely nothing in terms of the bread and butter issue. Other than in projects them way now for flopping pocket. Because it's very clear, highly likely, they go get caught. I make now their nonsense programs, them projects them, but they get big money that they deal with. They don't care if they go help the country or not. You talk of infrastructure, talk for give light na lunge, so businesses then go thrive. Talk of get a kind of stable or reliable ferry, so people then go they go frequently. We get ferry na Manhattan, Staten Islands for people that we know New York. Staten Islands to Manhattan, where I can go there for go visit. And they left me car and take the ferry. And because when you go na the road, through the road, na the bridge, the delay that's now one, and you they pay toll. So for go come, it's expensive and the delay. But this ferry, I put me car, I load na the ferry they go come very frequently. So people and then at Staten Island where they walk na Manhattan. So guess what? Na ferry that they use. Then get road, then get bridge, but yet the ferry still there in operations. So why you not think of reliable ferries, like 2 ferries them, just like force them, where 30-minute interval. I think 15 minutes or so, but at most 30-minute interval. One they go, one they come, one they go, one they come. And within that 30 minutes then we get one small one back if you not get motorcar, we in 15 minutes, if I remember correctly. Because at that time it had be the walk na Lunge. So I be the travel, I be the cross go Lunge very frequently. You not think about that. And yet you say, oh, you go build conference center. You know, build the infrastructure where for make people that are able go participate in that conference center there. But no, you bring conference center first. We get for take years for let we able get stable lights na Lungi. Of course, you don't make it clear. So you're not even fit for be Minister of Energy, let alone for be the president. But me fambulem, let we continue for listen to Adi Macaulay, and then I go come and
go to Senegal. It's far developed than Sierra Leone. You go to Senegal. When President Macky Sall take over, the term for the president was 7 years. He said to himself, it's one of things. He said to himself, it's a very bad idea. He said the reason why it's a bad idea. If you can't get a president when a terrible president, you get stuck with that for 7 years. And you want the opportunity as soon as for take them back to the people for determine whether or
if not good leader.
So what can he do? If not good leader, they go re-elect him. What did Macky Sall do? He reduced him from 7 years.
If you go to Ghana last month,
Ghana.
Let's give all the examples
from
so the people can learn.
Now, what thing they work at the moment now?
But Ghanaians is working.
Ghana.
Now give the examples were correct.
For increase.
So what I am saying is, I am not talking or making examples about proposals. I'm making examples about system we already they work. In Senegal, it was 7 years. Macky Sall came in after he served in first 7 years. He reduced them to 5 years. Now they work for them. So Mexico, 4 years of one term. You finish, you go. And I want to make this. There is no president they will get a monopoly over the development of the country. We get what we call continuity of government. You know, and this is it. Just hold on for me, Safa Abdullah. You get what we call continuity of government, right? When you colleague presidents don't start a project in order for finish them,
you can continue.
Take for example, the Lumley Government Hospital. There was one way President Kuma start. It was 95% complete. President Bio came in. He completely ignored the building way 75% complete. He start a new one and finish them. In my opinion.
All right, Fambulem, again, we don't go out of time. So I will tap the Adi Macaulay, again, as somebody we I know gets a whole lot of respect for, given the way how he handled the Commission of Inquiry as former ACC boss. I don't feel say it be ethical at all for him for like a go team up for defend the people and we they accuse of corruption. If anything at all, it be supposed for they on the side of government for like it provide more evidence for nail corrupt people them. So I don't get, at least if you know and do that, if because maybe it gets some party sort of affiliation. If we just be neutral, it just not represent any of them. But again, now that's what they see with this current terrible ACC boss. We don't see a defend Fatima Bio, a defend former chief minister, and in a technical way, it get parentarily off the hook and all that because of that party affiliation. So I don't get much respect for them at all. However, Adi Macaulay, like I say no more, the only correction about that Mexico term, but an argument very sound, very sound. Yes, Makisal, where it be start, it be really genuine, except where power be done kind of, where we don't check of power, it want for go back on the words. Where it try for say go on for third term, where initially it be the 7 years. He come and say, no, 7, just like how Adi Macaulay say. But because of the first term, the elect term, we now 7 years, so the Constitutional Council, we now they're responsible for interpret the Constitution of Senegal, they say, well, we hear you, but you're not go able to take effect this your first term, because they elect you under the law, we say now 7 years. So at that time, now be 2012. So it be want for just run from 2012 and 2017, 5 years in first term done. But because of the law, he end up for serve in first term till 2019 instead of 2017. But it still hold on to that vision there. What did he say? Okay, I still maintain for reduce them to 5 years. So then pass them for meet up in second term. So in second term now, instead of it do 7 years, it just do 5. So from 2019, 5 years on, and that's make in 2024, we see the election of this new president where they so fair. So Adi Macaulay get it right. And just like I talk about the United States, the US don't get great presidents then. Bill Clinton, even where he be gets that scandal, where you go say be distract him and stuff, he be able to create jobs. Ronald Reagan, he be able to create jobs. Where this day and age, just imagine, Reagan don't come on a power long time ago. But yet, the Republicans, they still they refer to engage them. And 4 years per term, total 8 years. But yet, he be able to do a lot. And imagine, as I say, America election where they drain the president in terms of the campaigning, because not only for himself, again for campaign for people the way they run for Senate seat and some thanking day for even congressional seat. Because if they see say na battle place, then go lose certain seat, the president can go they go campaign at lower elections. But yet, that do not see him as justification for extend the president in term. So whose kind of nonsense? Why Safa Abdullah not tell we say this particular country where it be there 5 years, where they extend them to 7 years, look the development where happen and stuff. Whose country where you go point out? Other than the so-called autocrats them, dictators them. That example there. And look wetin, it try for kind of distract and one for talk about Senegal. Yes, Macky Sall is like a try for change in basically a one for getting cake, eating cake and get them back. But nevertheless, a push for reduce them, not for increase them more. And that make the region until where it try for go third term. But people let me respect them for that. Special respect. Not to just West Africa, but not the globe. For like somebody say, no, this power is too much for me. I want for let it reduce them. Just imagine, term limit. We not to just Africans, but around the world, leaders them. They're so kind of they into extending in time. But this man say no. In fact, I want begin them from my first term. Say, okay, well, like how presidents be able to do so now. Plenty of the changes then away they left power. Nonsense. As a visionary leader, whether they claim, if you lead by example, whatever changes they make, let it begin affect you. Let it begin from your term. So people then go able to say, yes, this man sacrificed for the country. But look what they do, sadly enough. The other issue where APC they be the baranta for where they even boycott the ECSL boss. So the other day I be listening to interview with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And they talk back, but that they say, well, a day as part of the amendment. So according to the tripartite recommendation, so the ECSL for choose the ECSL boss now through committee and all that. After way President Bill don't reject that. And remember, Ostem, the tripartite begin the journey, not to just immediately after elections, sometime in October, November. So from that time day, why we don't implement all that? But instead, they go by the Constitution. And now we don't get what we want because the ECSL boss day, this whole nonsense way, Safa Abdullah, they spill so. The ECSL boss, now in get for organize. If at all, it go into referendum. Now in they organize the referendum. And we all know that Elections Act do not touch it too. So meaning that whatever I put out, are final. So when I still say President Bill they take a country, why in the first place? For avoid that situation where it happened 2023. Why not begin with this current ECSL? Why? Instead, he say, oh, no, it therefore be after 2028. So all the people that wait there now as electoral commissioner, now then go organize the 2028 election. When I see how disingenuous then people there be, waiting be wrong for let's start now. Let it be effective 2028 elections. Why not be so? But instead, we did do all this. So before I just want for stop here and remind una say, dear, as I can always do, they appeal to me SLPP brothers and sisters. Una no say, na me political party, na me tribesmen or women them, na me region, most of the people are where they, so as a result, even where they deal the country. Look where Safa Abdullah. They give him decent example where best practice for make Salone think about then country then they where they strengthen democracy. Safa Abdullah, Ghana. So Ghana where the people then protest, say John Mahama want reverse the gain where they don't make in democracy. Now that person they Safa Abdullah, the reference. So we then give them a decent reference to Mexico, Senegal, and make fun. not to make Mexico they like today. So now then kind people there go they probably they advise either behind the scene or otherwise the government in the name of say get PhD in law. If I'm them, let we stand firm as citizens. Let we not agree at all. Yes, the 1991 Constitution, it get plenty issues them. But it good enough for let we able govern that country they well. If the leader then truly want for push that country they go before. Because it don't necessarily mean say we get power even at the expense of the country or the people the way you they rule, if you use that power there. You're not a good leader then. A good leader is somebody where they restrain himself. Say, well, the Constitution give me power, but this power will then give me, it will really cause issue in the country. So I'm not going to exercise that power there. And when you do that, and you push for amend the areas them where create that power where you believe say go cause confusion, then you are going to send a visionary leader. You lead by example. Because if you say, oh, well, I do this for the next president, tell me too, how then they go consider the good legacy? Why you get 10 years? Why you not do them under your presidency and let you pilot them and say, yes, we pass this during my regime, and that result in me reducing the presidential powers, but yet not in the interest of the country. Let God bless you now to our family, and do the appeal again to una for let una we sister and book come out, Madam Khadija Nabie, let una support her. I want to say special thank you to him, and let God bless him with the family and una the extended family members. Let God bless we all with our families them. And I want to say boku thank you for una join. And by God's grace, I go soon next Thursday, and it will be full program. I know say boku people them not join because they feel say we not go talk about politics. But I hope say then go join, then go listen or watch the show later. If I'm them salon, as Madam Khadija Tejan Nabie say, I want salon we get 2 salon. So dear, let we cherish them. Let we pull party aside. Let we think about the country first. Because we don't get no other salon. Let God bless una again within our family. Let God bless all the presenters in our VOS. And let God direct with politicians them. And not like follow with the cost them. Because if the cost them meets them, or the swear them catch them, the country will suffer more and more. But let God direct them. Let them do the right thing and let them think about country first. And above all, the one and only country we me and you to cherish and call Mama Salon. Let God bless that country there. So until next Thursday, me and Abdul Kargbo, they say, Onatata, let God bless you all.